very, very happy 2025 to you. Tonight I thought we could do a little comeback video where I would just be having a conversation with you to help you relax and fall asleep, almost like a one-sided conversation or a story, perhaps. Lately in the world, a lot of craziness has been going on. Depending where you are is somewhat irrelevant at the moment, but I do hope that in these moments we're able to unwind and just escape from a lot of those troubles, knowing that this is a spot that you can come to unwind and just get away. Lately, for me, you may have noticed that I haven't been posting as frequently, and this is mostly because I have been focusing on keeping up with my own life and the necessities that all of us face as adults. But I've also been delving more into my love of filmmaking, which does tend to take up quite a bit of time. So that being said, I do apologize if you have been waiting for new content, especially if you are a member of the channel. But I sincerely appreciate you sticking by in these times, and I am eager to share many different variations of content coming up in the very near future. Tonight I am using a bit of a different microphone, a Shure MV7 I believe, which is typically used for podcasting, but I felt it was appropriate for this evening's setting without complicating things. However, we do have a few new microphone options coming in the next, I'd say, week or so, which includes a newer lavalier microphone system, which will essentially allow me to travel anywhere or record anywhere with left and right stereo options so that you can hear it in both of your ears. I thought this might be cool for things also like maybe haircuts or things that may involve my hands, that I could possibly connect the two microphones so that you would get a left and right experience. They do, however, also function just as a mono recording, which would be essentially going into both ears at the same time. We also have the classic blue Yeti microphone, and we also have, I don't know what they are specifically, but a Sony type of cardioid mic. And while I do not know a ton about audio and audio recording, I have been learning quite a bit over the past few months as as we record different styles of audio when we're making films. Lavalier mics, these little wireless microphones, can be used on tables or hidden within scenes to help us pick up audio in places it could be difficult to boom. A boom is a boom operator is the person who holds the microphone on the giant stick that looks like a blimp. It's actually referred to as a blimp, and sometimes you will see it with a windscreen over top. I feel like this is almost starting to become a tutorial for film, but I digress, so please let me know in the comments below which microphone you'd like to see next. I have also highly considered starting to create short content, as I feel that might be easier to develop and create, and possibly better for us to connect and for you to be able to digest as you so desire. So if that is also something you would like to see in the near future, kindly let me know, and I will do my best to do so. To be honest, tonight, like I said, I just wanted to somewhat ramble off and connect with you a little bit, because as I mentioned earlier, depending on where you're living, there is tons going on, depending on what side of the fence you're on, but hopefully you're doing all right, you and your loved ones, and be positive and reassured in knowing that this time will pass. And with that being said, feel free to just start to let go, unwind a little bit as you listen to my voice, because there really is no rudeness or need to stay awake. Sometimes we need the rest, and I would much prefer that you close your eyes and relax than to listen to me ramble about film and things in my life. So being 100% candid, over the last few months I have been trying to launch a marketing business. Actually, I should say over the last year or so. And due to the state of the world and economy, especially where I live in Canada, it has become exceptionally hard to keep up with some of those things. So, in the meantime that I have been missing, I have been working diligently on trying to make that work for myself so that I can continue to freely do the things that I love, such as this, and such as making film. So as we push into 2025, I share a message of hope and motivation for you, because I think in 2025, despite anything that may have happened in the past, I really have a good feeling that this is going to be a fantastic year think sometimes when things get rough, or we can't seem to look past the negative, we somewhat consume ourselves with those negative thoughts. And unfortunately, if you do that too much, I believe it can consume you or your possible happiness. So rather than focusing on those negatives or making it your entire identity, I would say take those dark days, take those dark clouds and find your silver lining. I think sometimes things have to be bad in order for you to appreciate them when they're good. And I do believe that I stole that quote from Marilyn Monroe, or something close to it. But I think it's a great message to have, and a great way to be optimistic in trying times. You may notice that this is, of course, a virtual room, but I thought it was kind of peaceful, so I tried to match my lighting to this setup. I've watched a bunch of different creators do different things, and I'm trying to find some new ideas myself to see what works, but to also keep this a little more fresh and creative for me, because a lot of YouTubers won't tell you this, but it's often a balance of creating what you love and creating what people genuinely want to see. When I first discovered ASMR, I was recovering from chemotherapy, and I remember it was a video by Dimitri, ASMR Massage, and I had no idea what to expect or what it was going to be, and it ended up making me fall asleep and becoming very relaxed. So I was inspired to create content myself, which has been now 8 years or so, YouTube tells me. And if you go back to the beginning of my channel, you'll notice that the content over the years has changed. And at times I do find myself wondering specifically what you, the audience, wants to see. And this can be difficult at times because I am speaking to roughly, a couple thousand people at least that watch the videos more frequently. So we're kind of speaking collectively when we form these ideas, which can be divisive or dividing. So in the near future, I think I'm going to try and keep it somewhat simple, as most of you seem to enjoy. A lot of you enjoy my voice. So I think I will try to keep up with using that in some creative ways. Perhaps even bedtime stories or things of that nature. But I'm also aware that sometimes my videos perform better when you can see my face or I do specific things. So if you're still awake and listening to this, your suggestions are heavily welcomed. And if we can find a unified idea, or if the community can like one specific comment, I will literally make the videos that you request. However, I would kindly ask that if you have creative ideas that go beyond the realm of head massage, I would be very grateful. The one small precursor I should mention is that due to a lack of props or budget for props, I would request that we try to keep some of those to a minimal, as it can be quite expensive. Even shopping at the dollar store for some items can really add up very quickly. So, that being said, I believe I am done doing my ASMR ramble, and you should see a video from me again in a few days. One that will probably be a little bit better quality than this one. But hopefully this was a nice catch-up for you. And nice to see or hear from you in the comments. We'll see you again very shortly.